Chromaticism is often one of the easiest and liveliest ways to add some flair to our basic pentatonic rock licks. So what I want to show you today is how out of our number one minor pentatonic box, we can add chromaticism to create an awesome rock lick. So let's get right into it. Today we're going to be in the key of A minor, and we're going to be coming out of our A minor pentatonic box, the one you learn first. But to start off with, I want you to think about this box as having a couple extra notes. So we're going to add the ninth, would be the intervallic term. So instead of, we're going to go, and we're going to add the sixth. So instead of, we'll have this. So we're going to think of our pentatonic box as having those extra two notes in it. So instead of, we're really thinking. So now that we've got our basic scale, it's time to add some chromaticism. And for today, we're just going to think of chromaticism as adding notes between our notes that don't exactly come from the scale. So let me show you what I mean. Our lick starts on the high E string like this. So we're going to start with 8th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret, 8th fret, 7th fret on the high E string. But once we're at the 7th fret, here's where we're going to introduce our first taste of chromaticism. Instead of just going from 7 to 5, like we were playing our scale as normal, we're going to go 7, 6, 5. So altogether we have. One more time. Now continuing on with our lick, we're going to hit the 8th fret of the B string and then back up to the 5th fret of the high E string. And then we're going to go back to the 8th fret of our B string. Then we're going to do 7, 6, 5 on the B string, just like we did on the high E string. So we have. So that last part. And now to finish off the lick, once we're on that 5th fret of the B string, we're going to go 8th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret on the G string. So. And then finish it off on the 7th fret of our D string. So I'll play the whole lick slowly. So you probably noticed that when I played the lick really slowly right there for demonstration purposes, it kind of sounded like random notes, like there was no arc to it, right? But if you play it just a little bit faster, it starts to feel like the journey that it really should be. And those chromatic moments are almost like a little tension in between the main notes that we really want to accent. But I really want to hit that first note. I really want to hit that 7th fret. I really want to stand out right there on the 5th fret. Maybe again there. And on the last note. So when you start to fold in these chromatics, a really safe and strong strategy is in between those more dissonant notes, really emphasize the more consonant or like kind of scale notes. So let me show you how our lick would sound if we didn't include our chromatic notes. It would kind of go something like this. Now to me, a couple things stand out. Number one, without our use of chromaticism, we don't have as much control over how long the phrase is. If we're just descending through what we've defined as our scale notes, we kind of get down to that bottom A fairly quickly. The next thing is that the phrase to me lacks a dimension. all of a sudden we're playing our consonant notes and we're going down the whole time. To me, it gets very predictable very fast, and it doesn't pull my ear in quite as much as a slightly more dissonant phrase like the one we started with. Just compare these two. Here's the first part of our more basic stripped back lick. Here's our chromatic lick. Right, to me the chromatic lick is just cooler. It's more unexpected, it has more dimension, and it also has a change of direction. We start going down, then we head back up, and then we get chromatic. So there's way more life to that. So at this point, what I'd recommend is any of those basic pentatonic rock licks that you've probably been playing the same way for a few years, start to explore them chromatically. And just think about chromaticism as those notes in between, all right? Because that's the difference between and. So look for that tension, and don't be afraid to play something a little weird. It might just be what sounds the best. I'll see you next time.